and bless Griffin, Henken, Fleming. Heather and Rich have indeed been blessed with the birth of their son. This child is here and new and perfect, with no need of fixing nor cleansing. Yet we are gathered here today to acknowledge that children are the greatest gift and the most blessed responsibility that can be bestowed upon a family. A spirituality is something that cannot be chosen for a child, yet the desire to bless and protect them as they set out on their path is universal. There's something larger than ourselves that helps us through the difficult times and makes the wonderful times even better, with the certainty that even when we are alone, we are never truly alone. And today we simply give thanks and celebrate all the wonderful blessings that come with the birth of a child. Names have always been a powerful, he's like me. Names have always been a powerful part of our identity. The name Griffin is that of a legendary creature with the body of a lion and the head and the wings of an eagle. As the lion was traditionally considered the king of the beasts and the eagle the king of the birds, the griffin was thought to be an especially powerful and majestic creature. In antiquity, it was a symbol of divine power and a guardian of the divine. The names Henken and Fleming, they honor Heather and Rich's families, the loving, nurturing generosity of their parents, and all those who have gone before them. In today's world, there's no greater gift than the gift of family. Therefore, we begin by honoring the ancestors. Heather and Rich, will you please light this candle? And as you do so, remember to be thankful for all those who have gone before you, those who have taught you to follow your heart, and who have made it possible for your future and your son to all be born. Heather and Rich, the journey of parenthood is one of amazing beauty, and this is clear just from looking at both. The love that radiates from and around you and your son on this day, it will change over the years. And we gather here because it is our wish that Griffin grow to be a man who truly loves the life that he is living, and you most of all will guide him on this journey. It is important to provide not only food and clothing to a child, but also time, love, and attention, and respect. So it is only right that this ceremony would include your promises to nurture your son in all ways as he grows. Therefore, as a promise to him and a reminder to yourselves as the years pass, I will ask you now. Did you hear that? Grammy now? Do you promise to keep the bonds between you strong, thereby providing Griffin with a stable and loving home, giving him a firm foundation and a good example of what it means to be committed to one another in love and joy, through the difficult and wonderful times, as husband and wife, parents, partners, teachers, and friends?
Yes.
To be honest about your triumphs as well as your missteps, so that Griffin will have the valuable opportunity to learn from your example, and yet still be free to learn his own lessons.
Yes.
That you will value his hopes and his dreams, and let him know that he is always welcomed, accepted, and loved for who he is and for who he is not.
Yes.
You promise to expose him to a wide variety of experiences, showing him the beginnings of many a wondrous journey, instilling in him a sense of wonder, passion, and the knowledge that he alone has the power to complete himself. You promise to hold him close to your hearts always, yet still encourage him to stand on his own when the time comes, so that he may discover his own true self.
Yes.
Do you promise to instill in your son a connection to God, the goddess, and the divinity that lives in the world around and within himself, so that he will know his true and inherent value as a human being and a child of the universe?
Yes.
It's often mistakenly thought that the godparents are the ones who will raise a child in the event that the parents cannot, but this is not so. Godparents are those who promise that they will be there to help a child grow spiritually. Theirs is a place in Griffin's life almost like a guardian angel. The promise is one of a physical presence in his life, someone who he knows will always be standing quietly behind him, encouraging him to make good choices, sharing with him the lessons that they themselves have learned along the way. Heather and Rich, as Griffin's parents, the duty to safeguard his future is yours. Have you chosen those who will give you aid in giving love and counsel to your child as he grows?
We have. We've chosen Crystal.
And Bill.
While you are not Griffin's parents, the place that you have both taken in his life is an important one. Heather and Rich trust you and your motivations and your judgment completely. They take comfort in knowing that although there are times that Griffin will not be able to go to them for support and guidance, that he'll always be able to come to you. By accepting the role of godparent, you say to Griffin and to the world, I promise that I will be there for you as you grow into manhood. And with this in mind, I will ask you now, will you as best as you can help care for Griffin, to protect him from harm at all times, to encourage, guide, and support him in all of his endeavors, to help him understand that balloons will pop, but there'll always be more, to recognize the beauty within himself and all things, and someday become not the man that we would wish for him, but the realization of all of his own hopes and dreams and the fulfillment of his very soul. We will. May you always know how special you are to Heather and Rich, that they would ask you to take care of the most important thing that they have in their life, their son. Godparents have a few words that they would like to share with us at this time.
We remember how excited and humbled we were when Heather and Rich asked us to be Griffin's godparents on Thanksgiving, sitting around a table, sharing a wonderful meal with family and friends, and being asked to be part of such an important part of Griffin's life. We didn't even have to discuss our response because with just a look, Billy and I knew we would be honored to be Griffin's godparents. It's such a privilege to be asked to take on such an important role in a child's life. Heather and Rich, we promise to not disappoint you on this journey through life with Griffin. We will work hard to be role models and support Griffin in all that he does.
Griffin? We promise to support you. We will be there for your first kindergarten play, your first t-ball game, your first concert when you choose an instrument in 4th grade. We'll be there to take pictures of you when you go to your first school dance and graduate from high school. We'll give you an ear when you need someone to listen, and a shoulder when you need a shoulder to cry on. We'll give you all the love that a godparent should.
Our role as godparents has many facets. First and foremost, we promise to support Heather and Rich in their parenting decisions with Griffin. Griffin will be able to come to us to talk when he needs to, but we will always support Heather and Rich in what they say. We will also be there to teach Griffin some of the things his parents may not teach him. Griffin needs to learn he's from New York, therefore he is a Yankees fan.
It's true. I'll help Griffin understand. I'll help Griffin understand that in life there is disappointment, and I will do my best to help him cope with that. So when the Red Sox continually lose, I will continually steer Griffin back toward the Yankees where he belongs. When Griffin gets tired of downloading apps on his BlackBerry and surfing on his MacBook, I'll show he practices his football passing and tackling. And he gets fed up with watching Mythbusters, he can come over and watch a good old American football game with me.
One day, although it seems far away, Griffin will be grown up and a productive citizen in society. It's an honor that Heather and Rich have asked us to support Griffin on this lifelong journey. Thank you.
Sure. I swear I read it word for word.
Griffin will reread these someday.
We're done.